If there's one thing I can't shut up about, it's the endless process of making videos. I'm the person who spends way too many nights testing new apps, juggling platforms, and falling down rabbit holes of editing just to see what actually works. Over the past year, I've tried a ton of AI video tools, and frankly, some are surprisingly helpful while others are just not worth the hype. Today, I'm walking you through what I actually use, what annoyed me, and why one tool quietly became my go-to for turning long videos into social-ready clips, Vizard. No hype here, just honest takeaways from someone who has used all of these tools in real, day-to-day projects. First, let's talk about the usual suspects so you have the right context for this comparison. You probably already know a few big names. Tools that promise to do everything from automatic clip selection to avatar-driven presentations. Each of these tools has its moment, but let's be honest, none of them are truly perfect. Take Opus, for example, which is awesome if you want ridiculously quick repurposing of your long-form content. You just upload a long video, add a couple of keywords, pick your aspect ratios, and click the magic button to get your clips. The interface is dead simple, and the captions are actually shockingly accurate, which is a huge win for productivity. It even assigns a viral score to each clip based on hook, flow, and trend analysis, which is great for mass-producing content. Where Opus runs into trouble, however, is when you need real creative nuance. The AI is great at broad strokes, but when you want to nudge the hook timing or swap in better B-roll, it can feel a little too rigid. The transitions they offer are fine, but they start to feel the same, which doesn't help if you're trying to maintain a unique brand voice. Then there is Canvas Magic Studio, which is honestly like a little wizard for social sizing and visual consistency. If your main workflow is pumping out multiple platform versions of the same video, this tool is going to save you some serious headaches. The downside is that it just isn't meant for heavy editing, deep customization, or advanced avatar features. So if you are a creator who needs both massive scale and polished custom storytelling, it really only solves half the problem. Pictory is another favorite of mine, specifically for turning written content like blog posts into video scenes. It breaks content into scenes, pulls relevant stock footage, and adds captions automatically, which is fantastic for text-heavy repurposing. However, the voice selection is pretty limited and sometimes mispronounces words, which can be a real bummer if you need a professional sound. Also, the final edit often requires hands-on pacing changes if you want the result to feel organic instead of template-driven. On the avatar side, HeyGen and Synthesia are the undisputed big players right now. HeyGen is great for quick explainer clips because it offers plenty of templates and fun customizations. The downside is that some languages can sound robotic, and the movement is sometimes a bit stiff for high-end branding. Synthesia, on the other hand, is the place to go when you need slick, corporate-grade videos for training or internal comms. The quality is undeniably high, but it is pricey, and for indie creators or small teams, it might feel like overkill. So where does Vizard actually fit into this messy landscape of options? Vizard ended up being my favorite for one simple reason. It genuinely understands how creators actually work. It doesn't try to be everything at once, but focuses on turning long-form content into short, platform-ready clips with as little friction as possible. It still gives you enough power to tweak the details whenever you want full control. Here is what I love about it in practice. Say you upload a 45-minute webinar. Vizard analyzes the whole thing and detects candidate moments that have the highest engagement potential. It's not just chopping randomly. The AI is looking for hooks, punchlines, and moments where the energy really spikes. You get a whole array of clips pre-captioned and formatted for TikTok, Reels, or YouTube Shorts automatically. The viral clip picker is smart enough to surface the best moments so you don't have to guess. But you can still open the editor to nudge the in and out points, change captions, swap visuals, and add your own music. The timeline behavior is super intuitive, so when you adjust captions, everything updates visually without you losing your place. If Opus gives you speed and Pictory gives you automation, Vizard gives you both with way more control over the final outcome. Another feature that changed my workflow is the auto schedule, which queues clips automatically to your preferred platforms. No more dragging files into a separate scheduler or wrestling with different upload specifications. It frees up the decision-making muscle so you can focus on new content ideas rather than distribution busy work. Then there's the content calendar, which is a hub where you can preview clips, reorder them, and publish directly to socials. For a solo creator juggling multiple shows, having everything in one place is a massive time saver. Let's be real, nothing is perfect, and Vizard can occasionally pick a clip that feels slightly off-brand. But compared to the time saved and the quality of the output, I'm much more likely to tweak a clip than build it from scratch. Vizard is optimized for volume and velocity, getting consistent, high-quality shorts out the door as fast as possible. Opus is great for pure speed, but Vizard wins if you care about curated clips with better context and voice control. Pictory is excellent for blog to video, but Vizard is purpose-built for creators starting with long-form video content. HeyGen and Synthesia are the pro-grade choices for avatars, but for social repurposing, Vizard is far more practical. Here is a quick workflow example. I upload a 45-minute podcast, and within minutes, Vizard spits out 20 clips. Some are short hooks, some are deep dives, and all are formatted for LinkedIn, TikTok, or Instagram. The whole process takes me 10 to 15 minutes instead of 3 hours of manual chopping. That is not small. That is actually a game changer for consistent long-term growth. The captions are easy to edit inline, and the scheduling presets are super thoughtful for different platform rhythms. If you need to shift a clip from a scheduled slot, the calendar makes it drag and drop simple. Vizard sits in a sweet spot for creators and small teams. It's more feature-rich than free tools, but not as expensive as enterprise platforms. If you run a media brand or are a creator trying to scale, it is definitely worth testing the free trial. Each tool has its place, but Vizard is the best combination of automation and control for anyone serious about repurposing long content. Test it on an episode you already have, see how the clip suggestions match your instincts, and compare the time it takes. Drop a comment below with the type of long-form content you work with, and I'll show you how I'd process one of your videos in Vizard next. What tools should I review next, or do you want a deep dive into caption strategies and thumbnail testing? Tell me in the comments, and I'll run the experiments for the next video. See you in the next one.